Hey, Slipknot.
Is that you, Christopher Walken?
Hey, Slipknot is
my guy
good.
all wrong.
We Are Not Your Kind. We're going to review this album. We've been talking about doing it for a while. Album is out now. Thought we would get some collective thoughts from the panel. First off, I'd like to introduce JD on my right. How you doing, sir?
Yo. What's up in the house? What's going on?
And our esteemed colleague Red is over here today. What's up, Red?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. Glad to
Wonderful.
have you here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, man.
Once every 3 months.
That's right. Hey, you're like rattlesnake venom. A dab will do you know?
Nice.
Ivan, unfortunately, is not here today, so we're going to be doing the trifecta here. I say we just jump right in. I think we should kind of go over this album, see what we think about it. Currently, right now, it's climbing up the Billboard charts.
It was number one.
Number one?
This is the album that knocked, I believe it was Ed Sheeran off.
That's crazy.
And then your boys in Killswitch Engage took over with number one. Not in the album, but I think single.
Wow.
Their single took over number one.
For any band to do that now is insane.
Yeah. Can we say like a comeback of heavy music a little bit?
Yeah, I say we could do that because really there hasn't been the big push of stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Me and Jake went to the Slipknot show, and I would say, dude, that there was like a ton of people and a lot of younger kids. I mean, we're kind of old now, but
Yeah, it's true. It was packed, as you would expect, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, dude. Slipknot's been around for over 20 years, and I mean, if you see like a 13, 14, 15-year-old wearing a Slipknot shirt, it's kind of like, damn, that was me 15 years ago.
Exactly.
So it's kind of cool, like full circle, like even if you're not like about the album or whatever.
20 years this year since the first one.
It's crazy.
Craziness.
99, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Was it more crowded than Alice in Chains and Korn?
It was pretty. I didn't get a good look at the lawn when you and me went to that Korn AIC show, but yeah, the front was packed.
That's
so,
crazy.
Fucking lawn was packed on Slipknot too. So
Yeah.
Well, there's like a lot of people there. Like when you like randomly see people,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No shit.
Like if you, I think I seen like 3 or 4 people that I knew, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like you might not have seen in years.
Yeah. It's a
So
star-studded
if you run
event.
into people, that means there's definitely like a shit ton of people.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
It's awesome.
Well, let's kind of go through this and dissect it. I know we've kind of all talked a little bit about this over the last couple of days, so we're just going to kind of collectively...
You want to do like a top 3?
Top 3? We could do top 3.
And then just after we get our little top 3s over, just like a collective
Yeah. That
on
sounds
the whole
good.
album.
Yeah, we can kind of get into
the feel.
getting some talking points. I'll start. I really enjoyed Birth of the Cruel.
Birth of the Cruel. That was one of their singles, right?
If we're talking top 3 on the album, I would say that's probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like about it? The heaviness, like
it was the heaviness, and it had that more direct approach that I'm used to with the old school Slipknot. The timing in under the main verses was nice and crisp and clean, but it was also like a little bit off of the path of what you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
It didn't feel so calculated how I felt Slipknot has been
Some of
lately.
their stuff lately.
That one gave me a prosthetics feel.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what it is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think
Something
about that.
There's that guitar in the background that kind of does that. Almost like it has to be like the same chords, just lower intervals and stuff.
That makes sense.
I dig the verses the most, I think, out of anything. The way he kind of puts that the melody together. So
Right.
Other than that, just good melody, decent riff, pre-chorus picks up, and it's got a good feel.
Yeah.
3 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars
Okay.
for me.
3 stars. Red, what you got?
One of my top 3 would be the way the album ends with Soul Way Firth. I like that. I like the weirdness. It almost feels like a scary movie in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like it's creepy, dude.
Yeah, I get you.
And then I don't know, dude. It has like a heavy ass feel to it. Like it's like they finished the album to me how I was hoping like the whole thing would be. I don't know.
Well, here I'll
What's
tell you
your-
what I got here.
Here we go.
At this point, like I put Slipknot covers the Butthole Surfers. It's like sometimes a killer.
Oh, in the beginning.
I was like, okay, that's, all right, cool, whatever, dude. We're doing this. And the note I wrote for this, it's at
You
this
know,
point
you know
in the
it's good
album-
when Jake's got his leg shaking.
At this point in the album, it feels like it's been 20 minutes since they last tried. 'Cause if you listen in order, there's like 4 or 5 songs in a row that are like 6 minutes. And
Yeah.
I got notes for all the rest of them too. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I mean, but other than that, it's got riffs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I give it a 2.5.
I know we're gonna kind of like wrap things up at the end, but I kind of want to touch on that point where how you said they were kind of going for that creepy feel. It seemed like out of the last couple albums, they've tried to bring back that old school.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
almost like that's. I mean, the video for like "Spit It Out," where like,
Yeah.
you know,
This
I don't
shit's
know.
like too much. Like it's like an album full of the creepy
creepiness.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the songs in between.
After you get past Critical Darling, it's just like straight downhill.
it's
Yep.
downhill
It's all
for you
this-
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Here, get into your first pick for your top 3, and we'll go ahead.
So other than that, besides Birth of the Cruel, I would say I'm gonna go with Nero Forte.
Doesn't
And
mine too.
I like the sound of the drums. It's that classic Slipknot sound, the beats and shit. It's got a good riff. I don't mind that weird melody in the chorus.
Mhm.
I think that's what you kind of pick up on.
Yes. Now that was a song we were just listening to before we started, right?
Nero Forte, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's-
He thinks,
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So tell our listeners here.
All right. So listen back to this song, and I promise you, it sounds like they kind of like okay, Ghost is big. Let's do something that kind of sounds like them. So that is that the chorus. I think that's part of the
Yeah,
the
it's
chorus.
part of the chorus.
Yeah, it almost has like that happy feel to me in that singing part right there. It sounds like Ghost. It
Okay.
really does. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's interesting. It's not what I thought of,
Yeah.
but
That's
That's
the first thing
interesting
that
take.
popped into my head. That was just
Yeah.
me.
I'm trying to have you sell me this, and I'm like, there's
don't-
nothing I can think of that sound. I mean,
I think
Dude,
it's just
that's
because
just-
it's off the wall and weird.
yeah. But when you say happy though, it kind of
Ghost
upsets
has
me.
that happy feel, dude.
Do you think so?
They're the happy creepy. They're like they want to be like, I'm sorry, no, we turn into this ghost again.
The Great Ghost Debate.
Yeah, that's one of our top episodes
Yeah.
on SoundCloud. So maybe more ghost talk.
Yeah.
But no, like I don't know. It just feels like popish.
There you go. That's it right there. The popish feel.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
So Ghost to me sounds like
Mm-hmm.
a dark pop.
Okay. But even look at
And-
Prequel. There's more of that happy pop
know.
stuff that to side with you, but
Yeah.
I guess it's bad because my brain automatically shuts out like the last couple Ghosts, and I'm just thinking about Opus
Oh,
and the second album.
Which I came into Ghost later, so
See, I-
all y'all
that's-
motherfuckers
Yeah.
did.
It's
Yeah.
true. I just think Prequel's so damn good at what it does.
At what it does, yeah,
Yeah.
the client made a lot of money.
That's fine.
I entered us
I
in.
can't blame 'em.
Yeah, I entered us into the Metal Injection contest. Shout out to Metal Injection because they're giving away 2 free tickets to each stop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think the closest one for us is Moline.
What?
I was like, I'll
Like
do
a
it.
trip, yeah.
Moline,
But yeah, that's the feel I get on that song, dude. Like the rest of the song is like, it's got good riffs.
Dude, I
like-
hate the line that comes in after that weird melody. Like he's just. I was like, I can't understand a fucking thing you're saying.
Yeah.
That's
that fucking thing from
Yeah.
Liar Liar.
Yep.
That's that old Slipknot though. That
It
I
is,
think
but it
coming
does-
back in where he's like just going at
Right.
it like 100 miles an hour or whatever.
But it doesn't fit though. It's kind of like how they're trying to bring it back, but it doesn't. It's not coming across organically for me.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
I hear you,
the
yeah.
breakdown too. All right, so check it out. It reminds me of Psychosocial meets The Blister
Yes.
Exist, where they just rearranged that fucking snare.
The drum,
pattern.
Right.
the snare part.
Yeah.
So I was
It
like,
didn't
all right.
need it.
It's just like, all right, let's put this in here and then we'll call it quits. That's it.
It was
We're
almost
good on
like
this.
I don't like they just said, "Hey, we got to do this again. So let's do it like this." Like, no. I think we talked about that, or I mentioned that to you on the way to the Slipknot show,
yeah.
where I was like, "Why did they put that drum part there?" Like, it was just like reusing the same
We got to
exact
give
thing.
Tortilla Man something to do, man. You know, Root said he's a world trained pianist,
Yep.
so put him on a snare drum.
Right.
Like
But-
Yeah, I'm down with like kind of like trying to go back to certain things, but don't
That's just so much
specifically
like
reuse.
that. Like overall, I give it like a 3.25.
Yeah.
3.25.
Okay.
So what's your second song?
So my second song, I wanted to combat what you were saying, was after Critical Darling, you said it went downhill, which I agree with you. But I do want to say that I guess Red Flag would be something that I would try.
See,
I shouldn't say it's completely downhill. I should say it does definitely go downhill for me. But if you want to is that your song? Or you
Yeah,
just
that's my
wanna
number
mention-
2.
Okay, so Red Flag, it's just it's pretty stock Slipknot.
Right.
That's all.
And I think that's what excites
that's
me.
the best of the. That's one of the better songs on the second half of the album.
All I wrote.
No, that's
was,
on my top 3.
All
Yeah?
I wrote was another
Nice.
one of these songs.
Another one of these songs? How dare you?
But it's like 2.5. I don't.
Jake is a total musician.
I'm not against it. It's just that I'm not going to go back and listen to it.
Right.
I am.
You know, I just put refreshing. It was a change. It was just simple, heavy music. It didn't rely on the singing, and it felt like more Slipknot to me, like it fit in.
It's got good riffs. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
And
It
I
was
think,
hard. It went hard.
Yeah. And that's what I miss is that Slipknot doesn't need to be this big complicated, let's throw in these these snare patterns and then the
You got 4 drummers. No.
I gotta have
You
something
gotta
to do.
throw that shit
I
in.
know. I don't know.
No, it's straightforward. It's a 3 minutes. Isn't it like a 3-minute song?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing.
That's what
it's
I
like. One of the
like.
shorter ones.
yeah. So you said that was on your list
yeah,
too.
That's one of my top 3.
Nice.
Because I want that. I hate when bands start adding shit that they don't need.
Right.
So if you can make a good 3-minute song, make a good 3-minute song.
Get in and get out.
So
Yeah.
like we were just talking, they don't need that snare part.
No.
They didn't need that snare part. So all that did
Doesn't
was
it slow
extend the
down
song.
right before that too? Is there some like
think
a
so,
little bit of dead
yeah.
space?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which I do like. I do like what Sid's like a lot of what Sid adds to Slipknot. Like
Yeah?
Throughout, like, I don't know. I like that extra shit, but I think it's the more drumming that they
Dude, Jay completely destroyed it.
He's-
Man,
yeah.
he is awesome.
That's all you actually need.
He's the
Yeah.
one I'm most like excited for.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? He's the one that gets me kind of excited about Slipknot nowadays. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone's got a shitty fucking attitude.
Right. He's just happy to be here. You know, like that's all you
he's
want.
got- living the dream.
He's got the
Yeah.
drum riffs.
Yeah.
Like we.
Yeah, dude. And, you know, I was back on the episode that we did on the grade chapter. I shit all over him because I hated the timing. I thought things were sloppy. And then even with his live performances, too, it just did not cut it.
Yeah.
But on this, and then seeing the footage and stuff, too, like he has really stepped his game up.
Yeah.
Big time.
I'm not a drummer. I couldn't tell. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his performance on this album.
You know what's crazy is that you look back like all these years ago and you thought Joey Jordison was like cut from some different cloth and he was like the ultimate drummer, and still he would be in my top 10 of, you know, drummers of all time. But you look at now, like some of the drummers that are coming out with that whole genty and grindcore shit.
I think he was the first to kind of like
Like the pioneer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, me and Jake were talking like when we were talking about the old bands and stuff, like one of the drummers that we had, he was like real into breakdowns and genty and stuff.
Yeah.
But his favorite drummer was Joey Jordison. You remember that? He
Yeah.
said his favorite drummers. I was like, I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Like in his drumming, but
Yeah.
that's what he had
Huh.
like, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Some of these time signatures that these people are doing now, you're like, wow. So it's like, yeah, Joey paved the way, but like now you look at it and you're just like, wow, well, there's yada yada, you know, or
Yeah.
I don't know, like you figure the Joey Jordisons and the Chris Adlers and the Vinnie Pauls like were kind of the pioneers of
He's
that.
kind of like the Zach Wilde of drums. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
got that technique, but he's always going to be that style. He's always
Right.
going to be that guy that,
Right.
you know, does that shit. He's not
He's not gonna
venturing out anywhere. He's not breaking new ground. I
Exactly.
mean, you don't have to, but
yeah.
you know.
The thing about Joey is that I always kind of wanted more groove out of him. You know what I mean? Like as talented as he is, he never like things always like not things, but there were some songs that became more overcomplicated that I didn't think translated super well.
I get
That's a
that.
fair point.
Like Vermilion, for example. That song is a pretty straightforward song, and he's doing some crazy wacky shit in there. I'm like, that's cool.
That's because he always wanted to keep it heavy, probably.
probably, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, you
But
ever
here I
think
am
about
talking.
that?
I just called myself out. Here I'm like, oh, this Red Flag is the old. This isn't an intergalactic kegger. But I'm
in black again.
Yeah, but I'm mentioning Volume 3, which was kind of like the falling point for me. But yet, so many people's jumping off point with Slipknot too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's another thing. Like, we see all these Slipknot shirts. It's like these kids didn't know what Slipknot was like the first two albums.
Right.
So they appreciate the other stuff more than we could ever even think about.
Yep.
So
That's true.
It's weird.
It's kind of like how I feel about you guys coming in on Ghost so late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah,
like,
we're kind of like,
For those 15-year-olds at that show, man.
yeah.
You don't know what you're
and it's just, I want something out of music now that is going to make me feel like I'm part of it and I've been with it from the beginning. Because I feel, especially within our group, oh man, this band, these two albums 20-something odd years ago was the greatest. Now it's kind of like, meh. There's not a lot of bands that I can get behind right now and be like, yep, they're a new band. I love them to death. I'm going to follow them all the way through. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm holding on to the stuff that brought me
like
to here.
everybody who's 20
Yeah.
years older than us don't want to hear like the shit we're talking about.
Exactly.
They're like, what are you talking about? Screaming. I can't understand
Yeah,
that guy.
for real. Honestly, I was watching some YouTuber who was talking shit about Vinnie Paul's drumming and how it was considered boring. It's like, how could you? I mean, if you're listening to like Job for a Cowboy or Infant Annihilator, that's what Vinnie Paul's watered down compared to that.
Yeah.
But you're not understanding.
You gotta
the
appreciate
Yeah. That
where it
there's-
came from. And
for sure. There's so much more talent, I feel, in finding what fits the song than, I can do all these quarter note fills inside of a 3/4 time you know what I mean?
I feel like I remember him saying he like deliberately like hangs in the pocket because
Right.
he didn't want to put double bass in every
Right,
song,
right.
or like he wanted it to actually stand out and emphasize a part. So-
That's true. That's true. I remember reading that article too, because you're saying that
we
you
need to
love.
start interviewing more drummers.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that would help.
That's
Yeah.
what I want to know, where like their inspiration came from, you know?
That'd be sweet.
Like we're like, I don't know, maybe we should look it up or something.
Just
That'd
hey,
be-
talk to us.
Reach out to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to go on your hidden contacts list.
Yeah, I have it waiting there, man. I just.
So me and you got Red Flag on our top three.
Yes, we
What
did.
was
You
your?
guys had it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he had it.
So
And
the best song on this album for me is "Critical Darling."
well, there you go. That's my third one.
Is it really? Yeah.
It's got that Alice in Chains feel.
I put chorus is good. That's because Alice in Chains wrote it,
There you go.
I put AIC at the end of that.
and that's
Could have been on a Stone
it's
Sour
Godsmack,
album.
dude. That's
Yeah.
that song. What in God's name?
We were listening to that
And
after the Hell Yeah
we called
show.
out Machine Head for the Slipknot ripoff, so we got to call Slipknot out on
Yeah,
this one.
that's true.
But I think it's my favorite song on this. Like,
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.5, but the pre-chorus is kind of like a nice little setup for it, and Corey does add a little bit like a nice little melody after that first line.
Yeah.
that AIC line, but that little pre-chorus.
Who do you think wrote most of the riffs in here?
That's a good question, because I was wondering what the fuck is going on in this album.
Yeah,
I feel
Jim.
Root.
Yeah,
my
that's-
initial
I'm
reaction
feeling-
is Jim.
But then, like, haven't we heard the story that like Mick was all like the heavy guy, but didn't he write Vermilion or something?
I think so.
I don't know if this is true or if I'm because this is
It's
for
what
like
we've heard-
10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah,
that we were
exactly.
talking
And
about
what
it.
we've all talked about, so we don't have anything
So
to
it's
cite
hard
it.
it's hard to figure out. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
It's discuss amongst yourselves. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do some research.
I think Jim, he gets a lot of shit, but I think Jim's actually a genius when
Yeah.
it comes to riff writing. The only thing I don't have a huge fan of is his tone. I think it's a little bit too dirty.
I don't like Slipknot's tone, period.
Yeah.
But that, I mean,
now the live show, did you get? I got that Volbeat was loud as fuck, and then Slipknot came on, and they were more quiet. Like they sounded tight, but they weren't as loud to me.
that's interesting. Well, I definitely know.
Unless my ears got like.
I definitely know Corey got drowned out in the mix.
Yeah.
Did he?
That's for sure.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in charge of doing sound for 9 fucking guys either.
Yeah.
But dude, because I don't really I don't really enjoy Volbeat that much.
Yeah.
Like there's a few songs, but they were like really fucking loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slipknot got on, and obviously they got all the pyro and shit, but it was just like they weren't loud enough for me.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it! Like, you get the intensity, but
Right.
I gotta listen to when you're listening to Slipknot, it has to be really fucking loud.
That's true.
And I didn't get that. Maybe like you said, you got to mix all those guys.
It's true.
It was crisp. but
Yeah, was it
just
crisp?
Wasn't loud enough.
Dude, Hollywood Joliet, Hollywood Empathy or whatever, like they really upgraded their sound, man. It sounds way better than what it used to.
We need to start doing like box seats up there.
Dude, right?
Oh,
That's cool.
I was
That's
just thinking
nice.
like, it'd be nice to like we're all old and shit. It'd be nice to sit up here and
Hey, my
Drink
brother
some-
said he one of his buddies is a stagehand. Like if he would have like called him and got a hold of him, like he would have took him back there to meet Slipknot.
that'd been the shit.
And he's supposed to get us some Alice in Chains picks and shit.
That'd be cool. There we
But,
go.
That's neither here nor there, but so I don't know. This Wikipedia shit isn't telling me anybody who wrote it. It just says all tracks written by Slipknot.
There you
So
go.
fucking,
Yeah.
there's no details.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Looks like scores are pretty solid for this album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, because it's a commercial success. I mean, my God, the first day it came out, they had a whole LED display in Times Square.
That's insane.
Yeah. For Slipknot.
I mean, yeah. You don't see that. Like, that's why I'm excited about. Like, maybe not. It's not my favorite thing, but
right. It's getting.
I
the
just
name
gotta
out
feel
there.
like metal or hard music in general is kind of like, I don't want to say making a comeback, but it just feels more commercial.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's the price you got to pay for it to come back. Maybe people are getting sick of the same old cookie
Yeah.
cutter stuff, man.
But if you read the lyrics, I like
Mm-hmm.
the lyrics that he's writing and
Yeah.
shit he's talking about. So
Corey's a good lyricist, I
Do you,
think.
though?
Huh?
You really do?
Yeah.
I do.
You're the lyric man. Is there anything that stuck out?
Well,
Because I went through. I think he's just too convoluted with what he's trying to fucking say. I think he's trying too hard.
on this album,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything written down. I left all my notes at work. Sorry, guys. So I really have no rebuttal towards that. But when maybe it's just overall, like I was listening to, because we're gonna be doing the Kill Switch album, and I also liked a lot of stuff that Jesse was talking about too.
Yeah, that's your episode, man. That's going to be
So-
all you.
I don't know. After I listen to some songs, I'll go back. If I didn't like the song, I'll read the lyrics, and that maybe gets me into it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Yeah.
I've done that with a couple songs on here.
I was-
Like, I can't even point out a song.
I
right
liked
now.
Unsainted lyrics. The lyrics for that. It was kind of being rebirthed and stuff, even though the song wasn't that great. You know?
I got
Jake
thoughts on
sang-
that song.
Yeah? What is it?
So that one, it's catchy, but not in a good way. That song is Duality mixed with Sulfur 2.0. Like it's just a
Yeah.
rehash of those two songs. You know
It's
what I mean?
yeah. It's reliant on that formula.
The bridge is the best part, but even then, I feel like I heard that shit before.
Right.
It's like, okay.
That feel.
I'm just disappointed that All Out Life song wasn't on this album.
I was wondering what the fuck happened to that.
Yeah, because it was just a single they did separately.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Thinking about, what's the whole deal about them releasing another album or 8 songs or something like that?
Oh yeah, off of All Hope Is Gone. Sean apparently was out saying that they have all these tracks of more of a psychedelic sounding songs.
Because they were in the studio
Yeah.
More psychedelic than some
without
of
the rest of the band. Who was it? Him, Corey, and
Who,
else?
I don't even
I
know
don't-
who
I
it
don't know.
was, but it was just
That's-
certain people.
So then you're like, all right, who was actually doing the stuff for this album?
Right.
If they're getting together like 3
Mm-hmm.
dudes over here,
Right.
and you got fucking 9 people or 8 people
Mm-hmm.
and 9 people in the band, like who's doing most of the writing?
I don't know. Jay on his Instagram always talks about like, oh, this is the album that we wanted to do. Wow, this is so refreshing. So it seems like this one was more of a collaborative effort than
Than
the
maybe
one
the
was.
past.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Is
I
it
don't know.
is it the
mean,
Carrie and
there's
Tom
like-
show again or what?
There's like 50, 30 second, like we were talking about that, like all the little things in between the songs.
Dude,
You're
you,
like-
all right, okay.
Like that's
Insert
cool,
coin.
but
Okay.
Useless.
Agreed.
If it's not gonna fucking go into a song, like if you're gonna make it a track and it can't stand on its own, get it the fuck out. Either add it to the song, it's a good intro, or get the fuck out of this album. You know, especially in the streaming age, if you're not gonna listen to this like in your car all the way through, album by album,
Right.
from 1 to fucking 14, get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Yeah.
is it vinyl's making a comeback? Is that a reason why?
Hey, if you're listening to it like that,
Cool.
fucking have fun, do whatever.
But I don't want to shuffle my playlist and then hear that. Like, God damn it!
Yeah, out of context, it's nah, I don't need it.
We
Useless,
turned that up.
0 stars.
We turned that up because we were on the way back from Hell Yeah, because it was after midnight, so we knew that the album was out that day.
Yeah.
We had that shit jacked, and then we're like, oh, where's this going? And then we just slowly turned it back down.
You're like,
But I'm so like into intros. That sets the tone. You're ready. That did not pull me.
Yeah. The first song on the album should fucking hit you.
Yep.
They could have just started straight up with that those weird effects in Unsainted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't need that shit.
Yeah.
So
We're just too fucking. We are who we are. That's how we feel. Cut the bullshit. We're like those guys that like don't like bullshit, but
I just
who knows?
You know, we talked
Maybe
about it
some
on
people
the
like it.
Alive or Just Breathing. Like, if this doesn't serve the song going into it, I don't need it.
Right.
Hold on, what song? What album?
I think it was.
Well,
What?
just-
What's that?
Don't worry, you're gonna get your rebuttal. But
Hold on, the best album ever made? What was that?
Oh.
No. Y'all some haters.
I might have to.
That
Go,
episode's
I might
coming
have
up
to
soon.
go back and readjust my
That
score
episode.
based on the new album that came out. But I mean, do you want to follow? Like, you want my notes for the rest of this album?
Let's do it. I'll jump
Just to
in because I
kinda-
got plenty of negative stuff too to say.
Do you have
Jesus
anything for that
Christ.
first?
I just put
I thought
that.
this was wasted attention,
I love
not negative attention.
I love,
That's the only way to get attention is to be negative.
Yeah,
True.
baby.
I love intros. Didn't pump me up. I absolutely love that first, like the second Shadows Fall album, and the song I'm thinking of,
Is it the War?
the war and me, or no, that's Hell
That's
Yeah.
the third.
I think
That's
it's
the
War
third
Within.
Is
album.
it the third album?
Because their
Okay.
first album was kind of real hardcore.
Of
and then
One
this-
Blood,
Of One Blood.
Oh, you're
then
counting
Art of
that one.
Balance.
Art of Balance was like fucking epic. I loved it. And then
It's a good one.
The War Within.
Hold on, I have to cite this because it's been
Is it
that
The
It's got
long.
War
the,
Within?
It's got the acoustic.
I think it's the War
intro.
Within.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the acoustic intro, but it serves that song. But like that gets the light that blinds,
Yeah.
There you go.
and it was the War Within 2004.
Did it.
That
Damn.
fucking got me hyped. Like
Yeah.
that intro was great. Like give me something like that. Slipknot 515 into People Equal Shit hype every time.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
I don't know. Maybe that's why there's like it was such a collaboration of everybody that
Could be.
they put those in there because of Sid and like all
Yeah.
his DJ and
I like the idea of it. Like you're putting the coin in, you can hear like the little sounds in the background, like you're starting the
Yeah.
machine. But
No, thank you, sir.
do you get a
I'll be
strange?
keeping my
All
quotas.
right. Well, Stranger Things. I'm getting like the Stranger Things feel of like all the weird like the Stranger Things.
Yeah, that like 80s soundtrack.
80s
Mhm.
soundtrack
Yeah.
kind of feel. I'm getting more of that like in music now.
it's
for some
popular
reason.
now.
Me
Everybody,
So you're
me
getting-
and Ivan talk about for anybody in gaming, like the Division 1 and 2, like those remind us of Stranger Things,
Yeah.
like an 80s like synth
Some of
kind of
the-
soundtrack
yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
So I know
I
what you
get
mean.
I get that feel kind of like throughout on some of these instrumental tracks. I don't know how long they are.
they actually have a Stranger Things album out of just all the sounds and
Do they?
synth and stuff like that.
See, I mean, I could see Jake doing some fucking shrooms and listening to that.
I want to go
Not
back
us.
and listen to like soundtracks, like not even soundtracks that are like made by specific bands, but like the score underneath.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be a badass job.
It would be.
Just to score a movie, like watch the movie and then score it how you feel like the music, because the music definitely does like
Right.
change your perspective on scenes and stuff like that.
This is the fucking guy who was composing the solos from The Blackening on that Dr. Mario software.
Fucking power tab.
Yeah, the power tab shit.
I spent so much time like just like that was like
Hours.
my day.
Days.
for a
That's
while.
crazy.
3 Wendy's breaks.
Yup. That's insane.
Man, I
Insane.
had no life. What do you want me to do?
We did bird the cool. I would like to hear your guys' opinion on death because of death.
Useless. Zero stars.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
I don't. I don't know, dude. Yeah, this album is kind of like
Like
it hits great, and then it hits not at all for me. Some of these songs.
yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say that song.
Oh, no.
Like, I was gonna be like, where does it hit for you?
No, it doesn't.
You're
I'm just saying, like it's so up and down.
Right. You tell me, like, honest to God, that all the other 8 dudes were there being like, dude, that is awesome. That really adds to this album.
Oh, dude, I got a note in there that's something similar to this.
Okay. All right.
But what are we on?
So we skipped Birth of the Cruel because we taled about that. I was on Death Because of Death.
Yeah, you already know my
We did
feelings.
Nero
We
Forte.
did Narrow, did Critical.
Mhm.
A Liar's Funeral.
Yeah.
The first note I had was snooze. This is another one that I think had like a minute intro or something. That just
Yeah.
didn't-
Yeah.
I liked the idea of it being acoustic better. I didn't like when it came into Liar,
Yeah.
like the heavy part. I was like, you're just doing that to be heavy.
Exactly. It didn't serve the song.
I can't remember if it was this one or one of the ones later on that I was like, I think he meant to save this for Stone Sour. I think he fucked up. Or maybe they needed another song.
For Layer's funeral, I put I tried to put positive things on everything just to be prepared because I know Red's really positive.
I don't mind it as much. It does pick up towards later in the song.
Uh-huh.
There's just not enough hooks for me.
Right.
I'm not going to go back to it. I gave it like a 2.7.
Okay.
7.5.
I put the backups underneath the chorus were interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded because Corey's really good at doing the layers.
Yeah.
That you can't take that away from him for sure. Red flag we did. What's next?
Oh,
Exactly. Useless. Get it out of there.
what's next after that, dude? So, but all right, Spiders, right? I was like, this song is terrible.
That was
I
my
hate it.
initial reaction.
Initial, right?
Yeah.
Skip, and then I'm literally mowing the fucking grass because I'm old. I'm out there mowing the lawn. I got my earpods in, and it comes on. This is fucking catchy, dude.
Yeah. He
It's-
comes in with in the second chorus, I want to say like he does like some layers in the
Yeah.
back. I was like, okay.
It shouldn't be on the Slipknot album, but it's a good song.
Like
It's weird, dude.
I put my first run through was like the song is awful. Can anybody find anything redeemable about this song? But then like
Fucking harsh.
once you start listening to it a couple times, I was like, okay, I could kind of put myself in a place where this kind of makes sense, or it just seems like it could serve like a movie purpose, you know, like
Yeah.
this creepy soundtrack type of thing.
I'm
It's
not
still
gonna.
not
I'm
good,
not gonna
but-
listen to a Slipknot album and expect this to be on it.
Right.
But if this was like a song that just popped up on while I was in my car,
Yeah.
I'd be jamming it like.
I'm never gonna go back to choose to listen to this song, but
It's a shame because I felt that this song, since it bled so well from What's Next, that it was kind of wasted potential for me.
Think so?
is that a new podcast, Wasted Potential?
Wasted potential. Yeah, it could be about your parents telling you how disappointed they are in you. Oh, you're working at the gas station? Oh, man, yeah. Wasted
Midnights.
potential. Yeah.
Do you
So
wanna
I
start the
don't
next
know.
one?
Yeah, next one, Orphan. Just felt like it was chugging along, nothing special.
Just not a good song. That's all I put for it.
I went right
it's,
for
it's
it.
a 2. Like it's probably another one of them just standard Slipknot songs.
Yeah.
It's got the riffs and there's just no catchiness in the melody for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
You know, it's crazy. We think about this whole new genre of what metal is considered in this whole new fan base. Like, the people that are into this and the people that are putting the reviews on there that it's so well liked. Like, you know what you're missing, man? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. There's the elite in the background, just like, hey guys, look at me, I'm over here
right,
too.
right,
And then
exactly.
this is number one. It's just a popularity thing.
It is.
But it's good for metal. Whatever.
is.
I don't.
You just makes. I think we're in the like right now where we're at in metal is we're kind of like in a pop version of metal.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's so big right now is because
Right.
you got like Five Finger Death Punch and all that, and Bad Wolves.
More hooks, man.
Which, yeah, I mean I don't hate it,
Right.
but as like somebody who's listening to metal for a long
I
time
think
and
it's-
knows what there was and
It's
is.
the radialization of fucking metal. Like if you
Yeah.
want to get known, if you want to make a living and be popular, you have to have that catchy chorus-made song for radio.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you're seeing the Bad Wolves and like the shit like fucking Unsainted.
So there's nothing wrong, but if you're talking to three guys like us, you're probably gonna it's gonna sound really negative.
Right.
You're not gonna get these deep cuts and shit. It's all got to be marketable to a certain thing of what they think people want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
But it's still good.
yeah, it's not bad.
It's not terrible.
I've listened to this album more than anything I've listened to Slipknot in years. So
Have you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back and listen to the ones All Hope Is Gone and Gray Chapter because I didn't give those too much of a fair chance.
I gave the Gray Chapter a chance. I never listened to All Hope Is Gone.
There's more songs on that one I think I'd probably like.
All Hope Is
Sulfur
Gone?
and Vendetta
okay.
and shit.
Vendetta was good. I like that Execute. Like that was a great intro.
I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, that was cool. That got me hype. I don't know. And it's funny because there's like a Vine going out right now of some like really like long-haired like death metal-y kind of dude. And he's at a party and everybody's, I think I sent it to you guys, where they're like, what do you think about blast beats? He's like, man, it fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that I like, anything that you like that I don't like fucking sucks. Like that's how I feel. That guy like hits me on a level.
I think that's like your lowest common denominator metal fan.
True.
You know, that they're really in deep.
Mm-hmm.
And
They just like what they like.
yeah.
That's true.
There's a dude that likes Slayer, I bet.
Probably. Slayer! Oh my god, I had to hear that at the Alice in Chains show all fucking night.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
The old guys at Hell Yeah said that too.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I was scared of some of those guys.
I
Those
wonder
guys
if
were
that'll
jacked.
ever end.
Those guys
like
are
how
gonna-
many, like 20 or 30
Probably
years
not.
from now, are we
Yeah,
gonna
those guys
be-
are going to
For
die
sure.
soon. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
We got another about 10 years tops.
yeah.
fucking
And
Slayer.
then that whole generation's gone.
Yeah.
Freebird.
That's another one too.
God. My
Shit.
pain.
Dude, is this even a song or is it just noises? They can't think this song/album is good, right? It could have benefited with an intro track that I wouldn't have liked anyway. I award you no points, and we're all dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, that's fantastic. Just didn't fit, man.
It's the elevator music.
Didn't fit.
Dude, I went back and I listened to this for like 3 or 4 hours straight. Like I kind of started falling asleep listening to all this stuff, and I was like, I almost thought I turned a corner. I was like, okay, I'm picking up on some stuff, but then I was like, nah,
Yeah.
no.
We did okay. Not long for this world.
This one I had dumb lyrics. Might be a cool one-off song, but the whole album is just weird songs to be weird. Not a terrible chorus, though. I think on second listen, I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
It picks up. I think the chorus is enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I put it just a better blend of singing with heaviness compared to the others. I just overall, I just don't think I'm into these guys anymore.
For real?
The direction that
Yeah.
they're getting behind, I can't do it. Everything.
They just give you, for me, this album just gives you tastes of things that you like,
Right.
but then they just go away from it.
It's
true.
It's a sampler platter of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like a little bit
Which-
of weird shit? You like some heavy stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's
Some
more
catchy
it's
stuff.
more beneficial to like the newer listeners
Right.
of Slipknot
Mm-hmm.
rather than like us.
I just don't think this is the album to be number one. You know what I mean? Like you could have gave it to anything else. Like for Slipknot, this isn't even their best.
No.
I don't think.
But according to them, it is. You know, and that's what's crazy.
Well,
I mean,
anything
everybody's
you put
gonna
a
say
new
that.
album out, you're gonna.
Yeah.
This-
Honestly, except there's like the truthful people. Like
This is
Adam-
one of those albums like people are gonna look back on like, yeah, that wasn't that good. Like it'll have a few songs here and there, but
Right.
you know it's.
Who gives a fuck though? They're making money.
For 90
Yeah,
minutes, I
what-
could
what
just
do you
listen to
care?
Iowa and get everything that I'm wanting it to be that it's not.
Yeah.
But then you know if it was Iowa 2.0, you'd just be bitching it's Iowa again.
That's true. That is true.
It's just either the music speaks to you or it doesn't. And it's
doesn't.
not speaking to me.
No.
That's the best way I could put
It's-
it. It's
it's
the most
made-
positive way I can put it.
Yeah, it's made for somebody else, just not us.
Yeah. I agree.
I scored this out of 10. I gave it a 5.8.
I scored it out of 10 as well.
Mhm.
Now, if we're including all those useless songs,
Mhm.
it's a 3.5
Out of 4.4.
or 4.4 if we
or
take off.
out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
God.
Christ.
Damn, boy.
It's the lowest thing I've ever scored.
Wow.
I didn't score it, but right off the top of my head, I mean, I'd probably give it like a 6.
A 6?
I can live with a 6, but if you were
Yeah.
going to say 7, I was like,
No, I wouldn't go 7. Just because, like, if they deducted a few songs, I would say, well, maybe I'm deducting songs right now in my head. That's
Right.
how I'm giving this. I'm leaving all this shit out, and I'm just giving like the ones I liked.
That's why I write things down, because I'll listen to the other guys and I'll be like, they got a good point there. You know, we're like, no, I have to stick with this. You know,
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Just not a huge fan. If someone were to say, hey, you take all their discography and you tell me what the number one album you would think would be commercially speaking, what album should have been up in Times Square, I think it should have been Volume 3. Even though it wasn't my favorite, it still had that old school Slipknot feel with that commercial edge.
when Volume 3 came out, I was fucking disappointed.
Yeah,
I was like,
all of us were.
we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But now, like, looking back, yeah, that probably was the biggest
Mm-hmm.
commercial
Yep.
success I think they should have
It's
had.
their black album.
Yep.
It's their black
It
album,
is.
yeah.
Their hits, and also where like all the
Did
people
that go
were there.
Did that go number 1 at the
I don't
time?
even
I don't know.
remember.
We weren't even like paying attention
No,
to that shit.
we were
If I
so
was,
mad.
if I was a betting man, I'd probably say yeah, or at least pretty close.
We were talking about that on the production episode, that it was the worst sounding Slipknot album, like production.
And I don't think they
Yeah.
sound good at all. Period.
Yeah,
What, all the
Even-
albums?
like Iowa, at least sounds dirty,
yeah.
but
They were angry.
well, even the first one has a little bit more dirt and grime to it.
Yeah.
Wise.
yeah. I was listening to that on Friday on the way to work, just because I was like, man, because I think it just left a sour taste in my mouth listening to this. I
Yeah.
need something. Corey's vocals were so like, oh, they were just fantastic on that first album, man.
It was, dude. I mean, but anybody's first album, like, I know you guys. Well, we're gonna get into it in the
Yeah.
next podcast. You guys fucking shit on my singer, but that's I'm all about that raw fucking.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about your. I don't know.
You like the heart, not the technique.
Yeah.
all the
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
like in bed. give it a good heart. Maybe I don't have technique,
Yeah.
but goddamn it, I
yeah,
got heart.
it's not much work, but it's honest.
No,
I don't know. Well,
That's why I like their first album.
good for Slipknot. You know, you hope, you want to say, oh, I wish you guys much success, but you look at Corey Taylor's net worth and it's 10 million. So I'm like, oh, you're there, man.
I'll definitely be at the show when fucking Slipknot and Mudvayne get together and they do a throwback.
Oh my god,
fucking tour.
They're gonna have wheelchair rentals and shit too for all of us fans. Jesus Christ,
That'd be the shit.
dude! I was just watching on YouTube. They had the LD50 bonus features like on one video on
Oh, did
YouTube.
they?
So I was watching all them.
Nice.
God, they were so young, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, they were probably like our age.
yep. Probably
When
even
they-
younger.
A little bit younger.
Yeah.
Think about it though. Like these bands that we're listening to were probably like just a little bit younger than we were when they first made it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yep.
And I feel old as fuck.
Mm-hmm. How do you think they feel?
Yeah, they're feeling fucking way out. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's why you're like, you got to kind of give them a little pass
Right.
as you're like 6 or 7 albums in or however
Yeah.
many albums. So
Things get easier though. You hire producers. You have the money to do that. You have a backing label telling you what you should be doing with. Whereas
Yeah.
LD50, no one was pushing them. That was all from in here.
yeah,
And you can't fucking touch
you can't
that.
recreate. I don't know. You can't
Yeah.
recreate it first time. So
I don't know. I think Slipknot's just on that trajectory that Metallica's on. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter like even
whatever
if
they
fucking,
create, it's gonna.
even if all the albums fucking suck, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna
Yep.
all the shows, and it's
Mhm.
a fucking it's a gravy train now.
Is it still a show, like an entertaining show, or is it just a bunch of lights and
I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was. What do you think, Jake? I thought it was kind of cool, but
It's all right.
You probably
Like,
had to be up closer to.
I don't think there's anything there that was that crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
like even Chad with the hell yeah, there was no like real stage setup, no, gimmicks or anything like that.
Mhm.
It was just him being out there, speaking to the crowd, jumping out there, singing in everybody's face. The
Chad's got
energy
more.
was there,
Yeah.
Yep.
The energy.
and maybe it's because he's got something to prove.
Could be.
They're not on top like Slipknot is.
Right.
I know they're pretty popular.
I think
but
Slipknot's more of a staged kind of feel. But we're like again, I'd rather have a band out there that's
like the mo-
fucking like energy.
Yeah.
I want the
Yeah.
energy. I want the feel. I want to see like you, which in Slipknot you really can't. But when you see Chad, he's getting red in the fucking face.
Yep.
Maybe he's
Yeah.
got a couple little flaws that happen live
Mhm.
because he's
Yeah.
screaming so fucking hard or whatever.
Right.
But that's what I like.
dude?
Where Corey is a fucking master at his craft,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought the whole like Sid thing on the fucking
that was the coolest part of the show.
yeah, he was doing like weird.
Jamiroquai fucking
Yeah.
little sliding floor and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who was all with us when we saw Sid at that bar in Cherville?
Was it you, me, and Ivan?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was. Did Lewis go with you guys?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was doing
DJ
some-
Starscream.
Yeah,
it
he was
his
doing a
name?
DJ set, and I remember
How
he.
was that? It was just a DJ set.
I think it was really it wasn't anything special. We went to go basically.
Yeah.
Just to do it.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything like crazy special. And I think there was like maybe 20 people in that bar. Like
Oh,
total.
there wasn't a lot for real.
No, we sat there like all night, and then he like came
How
out
old were
late.
you? Was this? Were you guys old
In our
enough to drink?
20s.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
like early 20s.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would just remember, I was like, man. And he had like a little van. He didn't even have like a tour bus. He was in this little van all night because he wouldn't come inside. They had no green room or nothing.
Corey was like, "No, you can't take the fucking bus."
Right? I don't know, man. But no, like to mention Chad, like you're right. They didn't have anything going on. But he was up there. He was like beating himself in the head, and
Was
you
he?
felt,
Doing the shit he does. man.
yeah,
God
you
damn it.
felt it, man.
They didn't play a song I fucking knew.
Right.
But
No.
no.
Did
we
they?
stayed. We didn't stay the whole time, but we stayed for probably at least eight or 9 songs.
There was only 3 left when we left.
Was it?
Yeah.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
They
hear
don't play
anything
any
off
of the
the
old-
first album. I didn't,
What?
No.
Nothing.
Nope. It was all
real?
their newer
By the
stuff because
time we
their
took out.
Hell Yeah Success was all
Oh,
after
after what we-
after Stampede. They opened with this song called X, which is it's a good hype fucking song,
For real?
and it starts out like with the guitars to get you all hype, but they left the curtain closed. So when Chad started, the curtains dramatically opened, which goddamn gives me the goosebumps because House of Blues is like the
Yeah.
best fucking venue ever. Chicago, not anywhere else. Fuck your city, you know. But it was just and he just jumped right out up on the fucking barricade, and he's into your face, and
I see.
It's loud, too.
Hell yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably one of those bands I would enjoy to see live, even if I'm not.
That's the
jamming
thing. Like,
there.
even though I wasn't that into Slipknot, it was cool being there. Like,
mhm.
they
Yeah.
play this, they got songs I like, and it's cool just being a part of that crowd. Like, even like I said, I'm not into Behemoth and all that shit, but it's cool being in that crowd. I just appreciate it all over again.
Right.
Even the music I don't like.
Yeah, like I appreciate like I said, Behemoth. Like they have like cool riffs and like they put on a good show. And like I think when you're listening live, you hear more stuff than you would on.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
an
there's
album,
just
maybe? I
energy
don't
to live music that you don't get. Because
Right.
I'm not into Nonpoint. They're the ones that opened up that fucking
Hell Yeah.
and
Hell Yeah show.
Yeah. And then Under Oath, I don't give a shit about. But it's just good to see everybody having fun, being cool. I don't know.
Making me feel
I'm
like
old
an
again,
asshole.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I fucking texted this guy because they were up front, and I was like, I don't like this band already, and he was like, they're 10 seconds in. I was like, nope, made up my mind.
Nope.
Nope.
I was like, you're not wrong though.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know, man. It's what happens like when your friend moves to a new state. You're happy for him. You're gonna eventually stop talking to him, no matter how hard you're gonna say that you're gonna talk to him.
I'm talking shit because you left me. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly the point. That's all it is, and that's Slipknot has
I'm a
left.
tough love kind of guy. I
Yeah.
don't think anybody in Slipknot's going to listen to this, but
No.
if you do, I'm expecting better. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's way worse than being mad. All right, well, that's our assholey opinion. We're wasted attention. You got any submissions, corrections, questions, you can email us wastedattention@gmail.com. Yes. Rebuttals.
Well, I'm sure we'll get a lot of those.
Yeah. It's kind of hard.
Rebuttals.
If you're new to us, it's very difficult to write out all these songs and spend hours of research as we do each week to try and make this show entertaining. So if we've offended you,
Fuck you.
thank you.
Yeah, it's my line.
Is that your line?
That's
Fuck
usually
you.
what I say. I'm always the guy that says "fuck you."
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
It's a good balance.
Good job, Red. I like that.
Yeah.
You go with the higher voice. I'll go with the lower.
Mhm.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Fuck
you.
It's like I wrote on that. We reviewed that Invasion album from John 5. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was like, check out the new review or eat shit.
Yeah, see, that's what I like. I was like, yes.
Why not?
Or eat shit.
Yeah.